Hi everyone, I'm Alicia, and today I'm joined by Julio of Studio Suite. Julio, how are you doing today?
Doing well, thanks for asking. How are you, Alicia?
I'm doing great, thank you. So in this video, we are going to be diving into another one of your demos. We've been doing those. There's some videos out there already, and there's going to be some more of the Studio Suite software. So in this specific video, we are going to be looking at the budgeting module within software. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, thank you, Alicia. So as you know, a lot of companies, before they get into a project, they have to submit a bid. Some people call it a bid, a proposal. You can call it what you want, but in Studio Suite, it's really easy to create that. So I'm going to give you a quick sneak peek and show you that right now. So let me go ahead and share my screen. This is what you would see when you open up Studio Suite. So we can see just an overview of what's happening throughout the day. So we can see the projects, events, which are line items associated with these projects on the left side. And we can see any tasks and follow-ups that we need to do. So to build a budget or a proposal, we would go into projects. And the easiest way for me to show you is if we create one from scratch. So if we click on new, we have the option of creating a project from a template, from a budget perspective, or from an actual perspective. So in this case, I'm going to use budget. From here, we can title this new project. We can choose a client, or if we're doing it internally, that's also fine. There we go. And we'll just go ahead and add a few items, a few resources. You can either type the name of your resource right here and do a quick search, or you can also filter through different categories. So if you're looking for rooms, let's say that we're going to be using Studio C in the conference room. Maybe we want some of our production crew involved. So we're going to get Mariana, John, Alan, and maybe we also need some equipment. So let's go ahead and grab a few cameras. There we go. So after we are happy with all of our selections, we can just say add to project. Oh, by the way, before moving forward, and this exclamation point right here is letting you know that there's a conflict. So this piece of equipment is already being used on May 5th. So it's just giving me that warning so I don't double schedule things. Okay, so let's go ahead and say add to project. Now we're going to see all of these line items that came in. Some of these line items have child items. These are the ones that are highlighted over here in blue. So this camera has a lens, a stand, a microphone, and a video DA included with it. So you can choose to show it or collapse it. So, all right, let's say that we're happy with all of this. And by the way, you can make changes over here on the date or start times or the rates themselves. So if you want to charge now 600 for that, that's also good. So let's say that all of this is good. And now we want to get approval from the client or send it to a client. So we can get a PDF out of that really easy, and we can choose to show or not show prices. This is what the client would see on their end. So once they review this, they can go ahead and approve. And here it is. Some people call it a budget, an estimate, or quote, so it doesn't really matter. Once our client has approved and everything is good to go, we can change this to actuals. So once the project is taking place, all we need to do is say select all or invoice. Actually, we're going to say send all to actual. And now we're going to be moving this budget to an actual. So that way you can compare what was your initial budget versus your actual project. So right here, we can see that we are looking at the actual side of things. We see this ribbon has changed to white. So those are a couple of indicators. And if we wanted to add a few things that we didn't anticipate for, we can do that. I know we have a few line items that we've added for this new project. So there it is. It's that simple. You can create a project from a budget perspective, then move it to an actuals perspective. And from here, it would be just super easy to send it to an invoice with just a few clicks, but we can cover that a little bit later. So that's it for now. Alicia, back to you.
Wonderful. Well, as you said, it's very simple and easy. And just watching that demonstration really shows how you can pull things in. You can immediately get that quote that you need for the customer. And then I love the aspect that you can go back and make those changes for things you didn't account for originally, because I'm sure that happens all the time in a studio with a production going on, for sure.
Yep. You always got to anticipate for those expenses.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, if you'd like to find out more, you can contact Studio Suite, as Julio said. You can give them a call at the number up on the screen, visit the website at studiosuite.com, or send an email to info@studiosuite.com. And make sure you're also following, and subscribing them on all social media. Thanks again, Julio.
Thank you, Alicia.